Hello my friends and welcome back to Three-Legged Dog Yoga. If you are new here, I am Lindsay, this is Chewy, my loyal assistant. And today's class is a super quick hip opening class. So if you're sitting all day or you just have tight hips, this one will be wonderful for you. You can do it anytime during your day. Always nice to have blocks nearby just in case. However, I probably won't be cueing them. I won't be cueing them today. But other than that, let's get to it. Let's begin today at the top of the mat. Feet are hips distance, knees are slightly bent, keeping the core engaged, and shoulders are rolled back. Crown of the head stays lifted. Hands are facing forward, and let's just start moving inwards, maybe closing the eyes and just starting to elongate the breaths. Starting to bring some room into those lungs for the nice controlled breathing that we like to do with our yoga practice. Really trying to match the breath with the movement in a form of moving meditation. And let's inhale our arms up overhead, gently opening the eyes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, and you can come all the way down to the knees, come all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send those hips up nice and high. And we'll just start pedaling through the feet. Reaching those heels towards the floor one at a time. And then eventually finding some stillness. Let's shift our weight into that left foot, reach that right up nice and high, open the hips. Keeping those shoulders square. And maybe just starting to draw some circles on the ceiling with the knee. Going one way and the other. Not really worrying about how it looks, just getting into that hip. And then we'll exhale, release the right foot down and switch it up. Wait for the inhale, lift that left leg, open the hips. And then we'll start doing some circles this side. Keeping those shoulders nice and square. Switching up directions. And exhale, release the foot down. Wait for your inhale, look to the top of your mat, step up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Awesome. Let's take a big step back with that right foot. Drop the knee down, coming into our low lunge. So if your knee is uncomfortable, you can flip the mat over, grab a blanket, and then untuck the toe. Wait for your inhale, reach the arms up nice and high, and sink into those hips. Making sure our core is staying nice and engaged, we're not dumping into it. And shoulders are reaching away from the ears. Press back, lift the toes, drop the hands, half splits. Chest comes down towards the thigh. Inhale forward, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, send the hips back. We'll do two more like that. Inhale, send the hips forward. Arms come up. Exhale, halfway, half splits. Inhale, reach forward. Arms come up. Exhale. Coming back, sending the hips back for a half split. And we'll roll onto the top of the foot. And then we'll frame the foot, tuck the back toe, step it back, come down through your vinyasa. Either coming all the way down or keeping the knees off the floor. Waiting for the inhale, and we'll step the right foot up, drop the back knee, and switch sides. Untuck that toe. Inhale, arms come up. Sink into those hips, and once again check in with that core, make sure it's nice and engaged. shoulders drop down. Inhale, send those hips back, roll the toes up, and reach forward with the chest. Inhale, come back onto the sole of the foot, reach the arms up nice and high, back into our low lunge. And exhale, hips come back, half splits. One more time, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. And we'll inhale back, plant the foot, plant the hands, frame the foot, and then come down through your vinyasa. And we'll inhale that left foot up again, pivot on that right foot, come all the way up into our warrior two. Reaching out through those left fingers. Gaze comes over that left middle finger, shoulders are rolled up and back, and make sure that knee isn't falling inwards, that front knee. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reach forward, drop the hand down for our triangle pose. Keeping that breath nice and bright, right shoulder stays lifted. And then inhale, cartwheel the hands up. Let's pivot on the feet. Hands can come to the hips. We'll send our toes to the top edges of our mat. You might need to heel toe the feet in a little bit. Take a big inhale. And then we'll exhale, sink into the hips here for goddess. Just bringing some movement in here, shuffling side to side. And then finding some stillness, maybe sinking a little bit deeper. And either keeping the hands heart center, or bringing them out to cactus beside you. Whatever your version, just staying there. One more breath. And then inhale, straighten the legs. We'll pivot on the feet. So left foot comes parallel to the short edge of the mat. Right foot faces forward. Inhale those arms up for warrior two. Reaching out over that right finger, shoulders roll up and back. And then inhale, we'll straighten that front leg, reach that right arm down, and come into our triangle on the opposite side. Keeping that breath nice and bright. Left shoulder rolls up and back. And then ride the inhale all the way up. Let's just pivot on our feet, step to the top of our mat. Take a nice breath in, and then we'll heel toe our feet out nice and wide again. Wait for the inhale. Reach up with the chest, reach up with the head, and then exhale, we'll just sink down into the hips, feeling into those cracks, sinking down to the hips for Malasana. Maybe just finding a little bit of sway here. Just shifting the knees side to side. Rolling onto the outer edges of the feet. And then finding some stillness here. Hands come to heart center. Maybe gently pressing those legs away with the elbows. And then on the exhale, we'll roll back with control and come all the way down to your back. Just taking a moment here, maybe catching the breath. Placing the hands on the floor, palms facing down. Inhale that right leg up and cross it over the left knee. If this is enough, stay here. If you want to add on a little bit, then you can bring that left leg up towards you and grab behind the left thigh. Coming into our supine pigeon. Just keeping it nice and gentle. You can always press Press the right leg away with the right arm if you want to add on a little bit. Just really feeling into what this pose has to offer. And one more breath. And exhale that left foot down. We'll switch sides. So right foot comes down. Inhale, left foot up. Cross it over. And same thing. Stay where you were. Same thing on the right side. Try and balance out the body. Stay 2 more breaths here. Shoulders are still staying down to the floor. And then exhale, release the feet. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. You may want your blocks for this. So I'll give you a second, just grab those if they're nearby. If not, we'll just let the legs, the knees fall out to the side. So soles of the feet are touching, and we're drawing our knees out nice and wide here. Just opening up the hips. Starting to slow down the breath. And last breath here. And then let's bring the hands to the outer thighs and gently press the thighs together. And we'll just start windshield wiping the knees side to side, nice and slowly. If it feels tight anywhere, just stop there and breathe into it a little bit. And then just finding some stillness. Wait for the inhale. Let's draw those knees to the chest. Find the outer edges of the feet. Draw that sacrum down to the floor, and then reach those feet up and out for happy baby. So you can start kicking around in your baby here, making it a little bit more fun. It's kind of a funny pose, so I like to have a little bit of fun with it. And then once again, finding some stillness, really drawing that sacrum down to the floor, so the lower back is pressing down into the floor. And then exhale, release the legs. We'll just give ourselves a nice big hug. And then start rocking up towards seated. And finding a nice tall seat one last time. Just coming up through center. That is all for our practice today. I hope your hips feel a little bit more open, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much.